It is an honor to have you.
Thank you for having me.
So today I'm gonna be asking you like 15 questions about your life, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump right in. How would you describe yourself in just 2 words?
I see myself as a sympathetic, sensitive person.
Okay. And those are certainly 2 admirable qualities. Now, colonization played a big part in shaping your life. How do you think it affected you?
Colonization changed me profoundly and helped me go towards Christianity.
Okay. And what about culture that brought colonization to your life?
Surprisingly, I found myself drawn to it. At the time, I was distancing myself from my native Igbo culture, so I embraced the new one. I just embraced it.
Throughout your journey, we see characters undergo significant growth. How do you perceive your own evolution throughout the story?
My experience has taught me resilience, compassion, and the importance of standing against injustice.
Let's cut this part out. You were quoted saying, "He is not my father," referring to Okonkwo. What was your relationship with him like?
It was strange. He treated me with disrespect and was abusive, often lashing out at me for the smallest amount of things. Yeah.
Why do you think he treated you this way?
He wanted me to embody the strength of independence. Any sign or weakness would just lead to a harsh punishment.
What about the pressures and expectations placed upon you by your family and society? How do you cope with those?
It's not easy sometimes. I find it in solitude where I can just reflect on my own thoughts and feelings.
Your family's life seems difficult. Is there anyone else in your household who experiences similar treatment?
Yes, he also beats his wives. It's a cycle of violence that permits our home.
How do you feel about Ikifuma's death?
The death simply and deeply affected me. It's a turning point and that forced me to confront the harsh realities of our society.
You eventually joined the missionaries. Why?
Christianity provided me answers to questions I had about my native religion.
And where did you go at the end of the story?
I left the hut and never looked back. I moved to Mufumi and attended a school started by the missionaries.
It's clear your story has been one of resilience and self-discovery. Thank you, Noah, for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for next episode. Tomorrow we'll be interviewing his abusive dad. Welcome back to episode 2. Today we'll be interviewing Okonkwo. Cool. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Alright, let's dive right in. It's been quoted that you killed Ikifuma. Did that really happen?
Yes, I did kill Ikifuma.
And why'd you do it?
I was afraid of appearing weak in front of my people. It was a decision made out of fear and desire to assert my strength.
You want to read that? hey, and why'd you do it?
I was afraid of appearing as weak in front of my people. It was a decision out of fear and desire to assert my strength.
Understandable. Now moving on. It's also been quoted that you were exiled from Umofia. Is that true?
Yes, it is. I was exiled because of my accidental shooting that resulted in someone's death.
How long were you exiled for?
7 long years.
And where did you end up during that time?
I found myself in my mother's land, and my mother's people took care of me.
Now, when you returned to Umofia, what was it like?
Umofia had significantly changed under the influence of the white man and the new government being enforced. Many had grown weak, and the traditional ways were fading.
Speaking of weakness, you've been quoted that you say Abame people are weak and foolish. Why do you believe that?
The Abame people don't fight back. They lack strength and resolve that I believe our people should possess. It's a reflection of the weakness I see spreading throughout Umofia.
Do you think Umofia has deteriorated during your absence?
Absolutely. My exile left a void, and it made the whole village suffer because of it. The changes brought by the white men only affected the situation.
And what were your thoughts on the new government?
I hated it. It brought nothing but confusion to our people. We were not used to such an authority, and it didn't work out for us.
Finally, how was your time with the district commissioner?
It was a contentious relationship, to say the least. They held us back and we couldn't do anything to help us. They kept beating us and hitting us and torturing us. No one liked it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, Alfonso. Thank you for your time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
And cut.
Wait. Keep